we are here, and I hope all of you are aware. I'm a member of the National Assembly representing Bondo constituency, and my colleague Caroli Omondi is representing Suba South constituency. I also want to believe that you are aware that we had taken a choice sometimes early last year, immediately after the elections, that we had opted, in as much as we were ODM, we had opted to work with the government of the day since that time. In between, in the last 1.5 years, there have been issues here and there. There have been issues with the party, particularly ODM. We've gone through all manner of circles in the name of the party, refusing or saying that we didn't have a mandate or we didn't have a legal position to engage with the government. We've gone through that and we didn't mind, and we don't mind up to date. And we are not even sorry that we've been working with the government since last year. Here we are today. We are extremely happy that the ODM party has finally agreed to work with the government formally and have agreed to be part of this cabinet. So we want to welcome them. We are happy that this is going to take place at this particular time, that the wider expanded government is going to be including quite a bit of areas that were excluded before. So this is exactly why we are here, that we want to express our happiness, we want to express our gratitude that finally the ODM is joining us. Some of us who went ahead to work with the government is joining us in working with the government, and we really want to welcome them.
The people of Suba South are particularly happy that one of our own has been appointed as the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Planning. We thank His Excellency the President for that honor, and we look forward to continued close cooperation with him and his government. At this particular point, I would like to encourage those from the ODM who have joined the government to work with dedication, to carry forward the dreams that we had of giving economic advantage to our people and changing the lives of our people. We hope that this opportunity afforded to them will lead to a more inclusive government, a more people-centric government, and a realization of some of our objectives that we expressed in our manifesto as a party. So we are very happy with the new developments. The people of Suba South are very happy. And the next phase, I think, is intense national debate on the economic issues of the day. And we hope we'll put our best foot forward as a party. And now that we have our people in government, we are very delighted, and we thank the President for that.
I have come here to address you on the announcement that has just been made by the President in relation to the reconstitution of his cabinet. You will recall that a few weeks back, young people under the name of Gen Z came back and in their numbers expressed their dissatisfaction with the manner in which the country was being governed, in particular on the excessive and what they call punitive taxation that had been meted by this government, and especially the Finance Bill 2023. In the wake of all this, they had pointed out governance issues which were directed at parts of government, especially on the cabinet. The cabinet has since been dissolved, and the President has been in the process of reconstituting this cabinet. The ODM party took a position, but before I address this in terms of the position that it took, I want to thank the young people of this country, because in the process of what seems to be uncharted territories that this country has been thrown into, we have all been put in the spotlight that all the power that we exercise, including the power to levy taxation, the powers that we exercise in terms of lawmaking and legislation, is power that is delegated. It is power that is donated. It can be reclaimed. In other words, these young people came and reclaimed their power. In other democracies, this parliament would have had to be dissolved. Fortunately, it has not been dissolved. Parliament, the executive, and this country, courtesy of these young people, have the opportunity to reconstruct and retrace its steps. I am happy that even though we may not have 100% perfection, and there may be no perfect fit, I am happy and I wish to congratulate the Honorable John Mbadi, who was my chairman or still is my chairman of ODM, for his appointment as the CS of Treasury. I wish to ask Honorable Mbadi, if and when he is confirmed, to consider and reflect on the many issues that led this parliament to be under siege, that led to the hundreds of thousands of people who were died on the streets agitating for their rights, some who were abducted. As he occupies that seat of treasury, let him remember that this is a position of trust. Just like all other arms of government, he is occupying power that is delegated by the people of Kenya. When they delegate that under their sovereign power, they delegate it, but they also reserve the right to take it back. It is a position of trust in which Kenyans have now or are now going to be looking at the CS of Treasury to give directions in terms of budget policy statement. How and under what circumstances should Kenyans be taxed? People have said in their numbers, and the young people have spoken, that there is wastage in government, that there is excess budgeted corruption in government, that there is a lot of things that we can do without. And in his first 100 days, I am looking forward to John Mbadi setting a new tone, because John Mbadi, as I know him, he is not Gen Z, but he is in that age bracket of people that the Gen Z can relate to. I want to extend the same congratulations to my minority leader, who is Honorable Opiyo Wandayi. Honorable Opiyo Wandayi, under very difficult circumstances from last year when we were opposing the Finance Bill 2023, and the mandamanos that ensued, led from the front and has shown that he is a fearless person, a person of integrity, and a person who can lead. I hope that he will take these fearless leadership qualities, taking into account the new dispensation that has been brought about by the young people, principles that these people expect to be reflected as he takes over the position of CS of Energy. As the Member of Parliament for Mathare, I expect that there will be equity in the distribution of resources, both from Treasury and Ministry of Energy. We have people in my constituency who for years continue to remain and are in a position where they cannot access electricity. In this budget alone, because of the austerity measures, we have had to cut, and I support, monies that were supposed to be sent for electrification to our constituencies, including one of my wards in Mathare called Hospital Ward that has been without electricity connectivity, 30,000 people for a period of 2 years. So I expect that he will look at the country, balance the resources that are there in the Ministry of Energy, and ensure that these are resources that have been given in trust, and all the people of Kenya will be able to enjoy it. And so I want to support and I want to encourage all the members of the party that there has been a little bit of uncertainty as to what the ODM party position was. Now that it has become clear that the party direction is to enter into this national unity government, I want us to pull together all our ranks and support the position of our party leader and the position that have been given to our chairman, John Mbadi, and our minority leader, Mr. Opiyo Wandayi. Thank you very much. The cabinet would still be intact. Nobody would be speaking about any changes or even a revisiting. We are now considering the finance bill after it was rejected, after it was sent back to Parliament. We have supplementary 2, in which a huge amount of the money, I'm not happy with what has been cut. It could have been more, but at least now 178 billion in terms of money that would have gone to wastage, to traveling, to offices that we don't need. If the Gen Zs had not gone to be the streets, we would not be here. I myself am a product of the streets. I have one leg myself that was shot in maandamano of 2017. Baba, while you were away when he came. I have teeth that are not mine, that are artificial teeth. I am a product of the streets. So by all means, Gen Zs must go back to the streets whenever it is they find an illegality, and to demand under Article 37 that things must be done properly. I think the truth is in the statement that has been read by His Excellency the President, and the statement reads that the Honorable John Badi, the Honorable Opio Wandai, our Deputy Party Leader Ali Hassan Joho, our Deputy Party Leader Oparanya have been nominated to join Cabinet. I think if you're looking at what the party position is, that would be what would be the Msema Kweli. And I think, allow me to add, there is nothing absolutely wrong to holding divergent opinions. I myself had my own personal opinions. It may not necessarily have been in consonance with other opinions of other people. But eventually, when it appears that the party top command has spoken, I think it is important that we all cross ranks. There is no doubt now that there is no confusion. We are now part of the government. Thank you.